Woohoo! Facebook, day after election, hungover people. I'm not hungover because I did not stay up, because I know that it doesn't make a difference if I stay up or not. So, regular day around here. Coffee, Ningxia Red, oils, homeschool, Jesus. Making lunch. Oh good, you can see it. I never know where this is going. Hey Beth. So when I was growing up, I don't remember ever putting anything on my potatoes besides butter and salt. And I guess normal people put sour cream on them, but I've never liked sour cream. So anyway, at some point, either during the Whole30 or I don't know when, I was like, we should just put stuff on our taters, because you can put veggies and meat on them, and then you can have like an entire baked potato bar. I think we did this prior to the Whole30. Anyway, so my son put baked potatoes in the oven a while ago, and it's a good thing I have kids, because I would totally be like, nah, breakfast, who needs breakfast? Nah, do we need lunch? I mean, really, it sounds like a lot of work. So anyway, he forces me to, make food by saying, oh, by the way, I put potatoes in the oven. So, I dragged myself to the fridge, totally took one of my coconut chocolate things out of the freezer, maybe two, and I found a pound of pork and some spinach and some carrots. So my 5-year-old offered to peel the carrots. So those are shredded carrots right there on top of my pork, which I already cooked and seasoned. And now I'm just throwing spinach on top. So everything's going to cook, and then eventually the potatoes will be done, hopefully before, dinner. This stuff here, this is like, everyone probably had this genius idea before me, but I'm going to tell you about it in case there's like one person that hasn't had this idea yet. I realized, especially last month, because we were doing a lot of cooking, I realized that I basically use like the same seasonings on almost everything. So brilliant me was like, why don't I put all these seasonings in one container and make my own seasoning? Duh. So I just like totally wing stuff like that. But I did, I think it was 6 parts salt, 2 parts garlic powder, 1 part pepper, 1 part cayenne. I don't know if I did a whole part cayenne. That sounds like a lot when I say that. Anyway, if you find that you're using all the same seasonings, you might just want to do that. It's a lot easier. Also, my spice racks are like way over there. I realize that's not practical, but they're really cute on the wall. And we don't have a lot of wall space over here. And I like my kitchen to look neat. Otherwise I get overwhelmed. So that's why I don't have anything over here where we cook. But all that to say, I like my little seasoning thing that's going on here. By the way, I got my YouTube channel up. I have, don't touch that please, no idea if it's synced, because every time I upload a video, it's like, oh, by the way, your music or your audio might not be syncing properly. Great. So when I looked at it on my computer, I looked at a couple of them and they were not synced properly. So I sent a message to my friend who encouraged me to get them on YouTube, and I was like, oh. And she said, well, I'm on my phone and they look okay from here. So I have no idea. But anyway, I'll share the link later in case anyone cares. I'm pretty sure all my videos are still pretty easy to find on Facebook. So, 2 things that I noticed yesterday. Hey, who's running? Walk, please. No. Go downstairs if you're going to run. Woo. 2 things I noticed yesterday. One, apparently I don't have enough clothes. So I realized while I was uploading all these YouTube videos that I have like 3 or 4 shirts that I wear pretty regularly. I do actually, I have enough clothes. You don't feel like you need to send me some. If you do, though, I would love some more Young Living shirts. But apparently I wear the same 3 or 4 shirts like all the time. So all my videos I'm wearing like the same clothes. So, ta-da! I'm wearing a different shirt today. You're welcome. That was one thing. The other thing I realized after I got off my long rambling YouTube video about how we do the whole homeschool work from home thing was that I missed like 2 major points. And this is what happens because I have to ramble and I can't, like, you know, everything is squirrel. The first point was that one of the main reasons we started doing our morning time was because I was really struggling to keep up with the kids doing their Bible memory. And it was like I would have it all planned out and it would be great at the beginning of the year. And then I couldn't keep up with, like, they were doing different verses every week. And so anyway, I mentioned Sarah McKenzie yesterday and how I adopted some of her ideas for school this year. And one of the things that she talked about doing during their morning time was scripture memory with her kids. And I was like, oh, we totally need that. So what she said they were doing, at least at the time she made the video, was they were doing passages instead of, you know, like random one verse at a time, which made total sense to me because I memorize passages, and I don't know why I was trying to have my kids memorize a bunch of little verses like Awana style. I mean, they can do it, but I can't, and I was not keeping up well, and it was important to me that they were doing some kind of memorization. So I kind of like mulled over some texts, and we wound up starting with 1 Corinthians 13. I was going to pare it down at first and like skip some of the weird stuff that, you know, people don't really know how to interpret. But I was like, no, we're just going to do the whole chapter. So we did that. We memorized 1 Corinthians 13, and I think we have it down pretty well now. I keep meaning to type up another, oh, this is a great point of interaction for you guys. Will you please let me know if there's a certain like chapter in the Bible or section that you either have memorized or would like to memorize or you think is really important. Like I'm thinking maybe like the Beatitudes, or like I just memorized Romans 8 earlier this year, and I think that was incredibly helpful for me. There's some big words in there, but I think my kids could handle it. Anyway, I would love to hear if you guys have ideas or suggestions or experience doing that. So anyway, that was one thing. So we did 1 Corinthians 13. We need to move on to something else now as part of our morning time. The other thing is that a relatively crucial part of my week in terms of working is Fridays. I think someone is bringing an elephant up the stairs. Hold on. Hey, what are you bringing up the stairs? Honey, you have to... It's not an elephant, it's a tractor. Okay, you need to take it outside though and play in the backyard if you have. Don't ride it around up here. Nope. Downstairs or outside. It's a Fisher-Price tractor, obviously. Where was I? Fridays. Right. So Fridays are my dedicated work day. And I had done this before years ago when I had my photography business. Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
Okay. Thank you. Can you help your sister with the door? Honey, you're gonna fall down the stairs. Get off the tractor. Thank you. Years ago when I had my photography business, I had a sitter one day a week, and that was extremely helpful. And so then when I closed my business, obviously I didn't need a sitter, nor could I afford one. So we did away with that. But this year we started doing that again, where I hire a sitter on Fridays, and that is extremely helpful not only for my business, because I can set appointments and make calls and plan for classes, run errands, stuff like that. So it's very helpful for my business, but it's also very helpful for me personally because I can do my chiropractic appointments. I can do, I try not to do too much personal stuff because I'm paying, you know, for someone to come so I can work. But I can get out of the house. Sometimes if you work from home, like, you know what I'm talking about, you just need to get out of the house to do your work sometimes, because if you're home, it's like laundry and, you know, there's stuff going on. So it's hard to just focus on working. So, anyway, so I get out on Fridays. So we hire a sitter on Fridays. Right now she comes 8:30 to 4:30, and that gives me the day to focus on my work. And so what we do, I know I mentioned yesterday, we kind of pile the majority of our schoolwork at the beginning of the week in the first couple days, and then we trail off through the rest of the week. So on Fridays, by the time Friday comes, I finished any teacher instruction, and the kids are just working on anything they can do independently, or they're finishing up their tests, or you know, stuff like that. So anyway, that was an important part that I failed to leave out. That I left out yesterday on accident.
That looks like yucky.
It looks like yucky? It's going to be yummy. It's going on our potatoes.
Why?
Because it's going to be delicious.
What's
I also have a pepper sitting here that I'm going to chop up
Why?
What are we having?
for lunch. We're having baked potatoes. So, anyway,
put that
I wanted
in
to
the
mention those two things because
Mama,
I forgot about them, and they were
cinnamon.
kind of important relating to my video from yesterday. So, anyway, the video I think was entitled Toppin' Taters, though. So really this is about toppin' taters, but you know how it is, like 8 subjects at once. So I'm going to put you down because I'm super hot.
Mom?
So, seriously, leave me some comments, though, on like Bible sections for memory. I would love to hear what you guys have memorized or would suggest. Okay. So, other than that, happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Hump day. You guys, oh, I missed that commercial. I missed it because I don't watch TV. I don't think it's on TV anymore, but I feel like I need to go watch it now. So, all right. Well, that's all.
Are we putting that in the potatoes?
Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you guys later.